snow is a very interesting substance. It is a fluffy, cold water. It has many definitions that we are going to now discuss, because the definitions are just so very radical. Snow can be described as precipitation in the form of small white ice crystals formed directly from the water vapor in the air at a temperature of or less than 32 degrees Fahrenheit, especially when being defined by Merriam-Webster, which originated in the year 1828. This is the average use for snow, and it is just that stuff that falls from the sky that you need to shovel the next morning, and is generally a pain in the rear end. Artists, the people who like art, like snow for its beauty, but they are extremely dim-witted, because snow is actually the devil of winter. It falls and sure, the nice white slopes look pretty, but artists don't know what it's like to put effort into labor, so they don't need to shovel that stuff. They all live in big cities, where maintenance people work outside of their apartment complexes, shoveling the snow for them. It is very frustrating seeing an artistic picture or photograph of somebody sitting by their window when the blizzard of a lifetime is happening outside. They just don't understand the struggle. Adolf Hitler wrote a book about his struggles. Another definition of the word snow would be something resembling snow, which was also defined by Merriam-Webster. This type of snow is basically powdered sugar. You can make different flavors, like apple snow. It is made of beaten eggs, specifically, the whites of those eggs, sugar, and pulp of the fruit. It tastes like apples. That is pretty radical, because apples taste good. Cinnamon makes them taste even better, while honey and apples is great, but not as great as cinnamon and apples. Snow can also be a slang term for cocaine or heroin, or at least Merriam-Webster thinks so. Don't do drugs, kids. That stuff will turn your brain into beaten egg whites to make apple snow. Snow is also the verb used for when the snow is falling from the sky, or precipitating. You can say that it snowed after a snowstorm. You can also say that it will snow before the snowstorm. Snow might be pleasant for some in the actual winter months, but when March rolls around, nobody wants it anymore, because at that point snow is hell on earth. Hell is bad, don't do drugs, kids. Now time for a better, considerably more epic and accurate dictionary, Urban Dictionary, and that dictionary says that snow can be an adjective, which for all of you beginners out there, an adjective is a word that describes words. The definition used is, something that is radical, cool, or otherwise awesome, something that is snow is generally the poop. They use a naughty word instead of poop, being top score, another naughty word, etc. The word is derived from the fact that snow is generally off the hook in its beauty, power, and pimpery. They have a definition for pimpery that I will now define using their dictionary. It is the art of pimpin'. The definition of snow used here seems to be very slang, and I would personally never use this, unless if it were for an ironic reason. You have to be a special kind of snowboarder or radical dude to use this term. I am neither. I am just the guy writing this book or novella as a scholar might interpret it as.